Yellow. How's it going? I think we're working. I think we got audio. Mic level seems pretty good. I don't think it's peaking. Carrie, how's it going? Brody Farms, BP, Cole, Cheese, Harrison, LW Farms. Thanks for stopping in. Doing pretty good. Just got back. Oh, you are back from Ireland. Did Iowa State win? Out of the country college football. That's crazy. I feel like there's a delay. Is my mouth not lined up with the camera? Seems like it's delayed a little bit. Audio's good. Thanks, bud. Chevy Camaro, how's it going? Grady Farms, how's it going? Thank you guys. 70,000 subscribers. It's been fun. It's been fun. We have an agenda. I need to get that out. We have an agenda. So we're going to pick up. I did say at the end of Riverbend Springs that Iowa State won 24-21. Nice. I did say at the end of the last episode we're going to do like a year-long episode, but I think I got a lot of series going on right now, and I want to get them wrapped up. So this one we're going to convert to play it when we go live. Play when we go live. So let's do a little recap here as we hop in the sky. So let's go as far away as possible, and we'll work our way back. So out here, we are going to deliver a lot of cotton to probably storage. A decent, oh, BP, thank you so much. That is not required, but that is amazing. Thank you so much for the 20 bucks. We're going to deliver a bunch of cotton to the spinnery. We need to move some of that stuff around. You can see what we have in storage already. It's March. I didn't do anything except for take care of the sheep in January and February. But this field's going to turn into, what did I decide? We're going to plant corn in here, so that'll be in April. And then we have, where are we at? Where are we at? I got lost. No, it's right here. It's right here. So we do have a crop for our future oil production. We have canola already in here. That's 4 months away from being ready, it looks like. It's on growth stage 5 out of 9. And then last episode, we finished off by buying these 3 plots of land. So my plan here is Grady for the 2 bucks. Thank you so much. Is this area here that is, I believe, barley is going to turn into that production yard, but we're going to take advantage of this barley. We're going to harvest it first. We're going to attempt to make, and I'm looking at this now, we're probably going to lose a good amount of it, or we might do 2. But we're going to take and make a rice field out of this because we're going to want long rice for rice oil. This we're going to put olives in. Over here, I was debating making another rice field, but was remembering, because it's been a long time since I've done rice in this game, that the fields have to be rectangle. This is where our sunflowers are going to go. So the plans for March here, and we'll see how far we get, is getting the olives established and getting the sunflowers planted. Chris, you definitely deserve 70K. Thank you so much. Nathan, thank you. Mike, how's it going? Bro, I started playing this game because of your Whiskey RP series. Dev, is that the new one? The FS25 one or the 22 version? Camilo, am I saying that right? How's it going? Thank you so much. All right, let's deliver this first, because I think that's going to be needed. I think the production, and we loaded it up a little overloaded here. But I think the production's gonna need fed. I think we only have about 7,000 wool. We don't have any cotton in there right now. 25, nice. Have you checked out the original to get caught up on why we hate Ken so much? It's starting to get good, I think. Whiskey's getting good. Let me know what you guys think about if you've noticed the new format. We're going to a lot longer videos more regularly, and it's helping me be able to finish a video and it feel like it has a complete story. I've been really paying attention to the kind of content that I consume, and like the #1 channel that I watch right now is Bordeaux. He's a college football what is that game called? College football. Why do I forget what it's called? The EA college football game. He does those like rebuilds. He does fantasy franchise rebuilds, or not franchise. Words are hard. He does college rebuilds. He does like 5 years in a video, and it's just like start to finish, it's completed. You have the payoff from the video. It's not just one harvest or one planting session or 1 month in a farming simulator. It's where it just feels like a complete story. You get the beginning, middle, and end in one video, and that's what I'm trying to go with. I like the longer I like the longer videos much better, honestly. EA College Football 26 there. Silly name. I don't know why. Check his original. Yes. Yeah, the original one's fun. The original's fun. A lot more RP. We're going to get back to that, though, with the new recording format. It's going to help me with that as well. I thought I fixed this issue. I swear I fixed this issue, so we're going to fix that issue. I don't know why semis struggle to drive so much more in 25 than 22, but they do. So I just want to get that to a state where I can test it. And this is how these streams are going to go. We're gonna, you know, cheese it a little bit like that. But let's go in here to sculpting. I feel like right about here is pretty good. So let's set the point there. That might have been a mistake. We set the point there. Go to it. That's not bad. I don't think it's doing it good enough, though. No, I made it kind of bumpy. Just soften it. We'll just soften it. Bordeaux is my favorite college football. He's amazing. He's awesome. Just end of the night for me. I will just unwind and watch one of his videos. And I love how often they come out. It's like 2 or 3 a week, depending on the week. I had to go back and watch the first series to get the whole storyline. Loved every second of it. It was fun. It is my like absolute favorite series from 22. Okay, I don't want to overload this because in a few months we're gonna sell it. Or we're not sell it, but we're gonna sell everything, and we don't want it we want to sell the wool is what I'm saying, so we can make some money off of it. We don't want it just sitting in the production. So 18,000 is pretty good. Does anyone have any small field map suggestions for a small farm playthrough? I mean, ooh, it's gonna be a tough turn there. The European maps seem to be good for smaller fields and just smaller farms in general. So that might be a good one for that. Still getting stuck. That is crazy. I guess this is too low of a trailer, but like, what are you supposed to do there? Like, I've messed with this. I see it's like a hump right there. So yeah, that's gonna lower. That should do it. Let's try that. Yeah, that's true. Elm Creek is out on 25 now. There we go. I usually drive at full speed, so we just blast past those. Let's see which side we're unloading on right now. We are on the right side, so we want to switch that to left. You know, auto load magic here. If we actually get close enough, we should be able to just dump these in. But I don't think I'm close enough. So let's back up just a little bit more, and then we'll swing over. And we'll give that a shot. We'll give it a shot here. It worked. Haha. All right, we're gonna actually leave that there because I am itching to get to this planting. So, I don't know what we have for product, so we might have to go to the shop and get some seed. And so many series, I don't remember if we have fertilizer on that or not. It looks like we do have a fertilizer tank on there, on the planter. Yeah, throughout the night, I'll give some updates on like where series are, because I'm doing a lot of recording in the background, so things are gonna like pop up out of nowhere, it seems like. Currently working on, we need some fertilizer. Currently working on, I'm about halfway done with Cattle Ranch Season 3 right now. Loving it. Have you played the new Alma, Missouri updated map? Not since they've done any updates to it. Just the Alma series. So I believe the updates that came out, or one of the updates that came out, gosh, a month after I started playing on the Alma map, was a save breaking one. So I never updated it because I didn't want to lose my save. Oh, BP, calm down. Just because I don't know why. When you'll be live again, thanks. I'm hoping to go more regularly. I always say that when I do, but with posting less often, like, is the new strategy. I'm hoping to be able to free my brain up enough for this, and it's been good. We've been in a good place. Things have been trending really good since I posted that fork in the road video, and I've been really focused on making the right decisions for my own mental state. Well, the new Alma, Missouri is amazing. I'll have to check it out because I did can that series because it just wasn't performing good enough. There was no, I don't know, there just seemed like no purpose to it. Oh, the empty pallet. The empty pallet. Oh, yeah. Grumpy Gray Gaming. I almost said that completely wrong. How's it going? Thank you so much. You're 47 away from 500. Now been a grind. That first grind, man, it's rough. It is rough, and I've done it multiple times now. Desert Ox, how's it going? Oh, I was there. So we talked about in the videos, if we're going to add precision farming here. Why is this not filling up? Solid fertilizer. Do I have to have it? Man. What is happening? Detach. Do we really have to have this thing hooked up like this to be able to add fertilizer to it? Bob, how's it going? Congratulations again. Oh, see, that's what happens when you read. Thank you so much. I don't even remember what I was saying. This has confused me. Oh, Alma. Yeah, I do want to check that out. I'll have to check out and see what's going on. That is one of my favorite maps. It was in 22. I just love the farm builds on there for sure. I'm gonna guess. I have no idea how much we're gonna use, but I'm gonna guess that that's gonna be enough. I'm gonna guess it's enough, and we'll get some delivered if it's not, but I'm itching. Let's go get some sunflowers planted. After we get the sunflowers planted, we are going to probably struggle getting the olives set up. I haven't done any vines, any olives or grapes in 25. So it'll be fun to do that. And then we have like $500,000 that we're gonna make between now and when we sell a bunch of soybeans. So we have a lot of money coming. Could you lease a forklift? You could, yeah. I could get a forklift over there long term. We could just add one. That's a good idea though, because I could open it up like I did, and then we could just pour it in with the forklift. Any good map recommendations? I haven't played. Man, so there's, is it called Carroll, Iowa is the one I want to check out. And like I've been itching just to start a new series just because of it. Man. Brody, message me on Discord and I'll send you some links, because there's some things I've been wanting to try out. I'll just have to look them up. Like, I can't remember the exact names, but there has been a lot that's come out recently, and like DR and DJ modding are both very active, it seems, right now. Let's see. We got this full unfolded here. Let's get it lowered. I know what I'm doing on controller now. It's starting to feel so accurate. Okay, what is happening? Is it planting? I know I cultivated this. It does say it's in there. It doesn't look like it though. What's up? Love all your series. Can't wait for a new series. Need to do one on Alma. Do a new one on Alma. A farm rescue series might happen on Alma. And when farm rescue finally does kick off, it's gonna kind of be a staple for a long time. Why does it look like, why is there no difference? Or am I, okay, there is a slight difference if you look this way. I feel like that was a problem on Riverbend that I haven't had in other maps. Like if I back out this, oh, I guess I could see it. Maybe I'm just too close. What's up? Hope everything is doing well. Hopefully I haven't missed much. Not really. We just dropped off some cotton at the spinnery, and then we also put some in storage near the spinnery, and now we're getting some sunflowers in the ground. And this will be part of our new oil production that we're going to be purchasing soon. Kind of went over some of the plans on like every field, what we're going to plant, and kind of hoping to get through spring planting today. We'll see. Still pretty early. And hopefully we have enough capacity here. I haven't really paid attention to how quickly that is lowering, but it's looking pretty good. It's just a very small difference. Oh, on Alma, it's a small difference. I think someone's home, if you guys can hear the dogs. We're doing renovations on the house right now, so they have very limited outside time. Because our front porch is gone and our back porch is about to be gone tomorrow and get replaced. So it's the dogs haven't been very happy. Mark West, how's it going? Thren, am I saying that right? Thanks for dropping in. Love the huge fields on the new Alma, Missouri updated map. I already have fermenter 2 SWA separators. Are they big? Like, did he change the like field layouts? Because that would be interesting. Oh, see, I said I know the buttons and then I just confused myself. There we go. I also have a large lizard cow barn with a feeding robot. That's sweet. Porcelain, how's it going? Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out. Alma, Missouri. There's another one that just dropped too. Like, there's a lot. Like, I can't think of all the names of them. Ashton Corners. Is that what it's called? Ashton Corner? That one is back out. And I didn't play that other than, oh, there was 2 headlands. We're gonna just pretend there isn't. I haven't played that except for a little bit of a multiplayer series that we did in 22. So I was hoping to get a series in that going eventually in 25. It was a beautiful map. And then, Brody, if you're still here, the map that we did, the horse remodel build, whatever we called that map just came out too. Iowa Plains, Iowa Plainview. I think that one's out again. So there's a lot of like recycled ones, but there are new ones coming out too that I saw. Like that Carroll, Iowa one looks beautiful. And that's obviously, I think that is an itch/Patreon. It might still just be a Patreon only one right now, but that will not be a console map. Cruising here. I think it's the first time I've done sunflowers, maybe second time. Iowa Plains View, yep. Yeah, that one's, it's either back out on itch or just Patreon at this point. Like I eventually like followed every single map creator that I like on Facebook finally. And so I've been seeing all those updates that way, and it's been helping me stay up in the loop. I downloaded a map yesterday called, I can't even pronounce that. It's a nice map. It's an Italian map, a very old country look to it. That's cool. I've been thinking about doing a European series. How much is an arch nemesis? I don't even know what that is. I don't know what that means. Power Panda, how's it going? I just started a new Rags to Riches playthrough on Judith Plains, Montana. Completely in love with that. That map's awesome. That map is sweet. It's big. It is big, but it's sweet. How's it going? Supposed to be working right now, but here I am. Hey, if the boss doesn't find out, I'm just kidding. I figured out how to use auto drive with Courseplay and forage wagons today, and I am stoked about it. I'm gonna do so much more grass work now that I can automate it that way. It's pretty awesome. Auto drive is the most underrated mod, and if they could ever figure out a way to make that base game, like I would pay the dude that does that mod to join Giants if I was them, to make that mod part of the game, because it is awesome, especially for people that play solo. Keanu Reeves bike. I love Farming Sims, but I can't play because I don't have a console. That's rough. It is. It's huge to have a couple Ireland maps too. Ireland maps would be sweet, but one of them gorgeous. Have to. Work from home? Yeah, so do I. Like, that's how I get so much done. Have you guys noticed the got a little crazy there. How much different my game looks? Like that is base game right there. I don't know how it comes across on YouTube. And then that's with the reshade settings I'm using, which looks so much better to me. Let me know if you think it's too bright though. There are times where I'm like, it might hurt people's eyes. Todd, how's it going? The kids and I love watching your content. It always gives us great ideas for our gameplay. Awesome. Glad you could join. Kyle, still try that. I haven't tried Clover yet, but I'm going to. Fishing expansion. Oh, what's your idea for the new? I think LW, you're asking my, like, how do I feel about it? Oh, those restage settings are lovely. I'll show you in a second what they are. It is. It's so much. It's just like I can't see the game. I can't play the game without it now. So the fishing expansion, I'm 100% holding judgment to see. I felt like the gameplay trailer was nothing and didn't show us anything. But yeah, so we'll see what happens when it actually comes out. I think it'll be cool. I think it's, is it needed? I'm sure there's a ton of other things that we could say we'd rather see. So on yeah, it does show up. Okay, these are the three, the adaptive sharpening, the colorfulness, and HDR. Those are the only settings that I have on Reshade that I'm using, and it seems to be more than enough. What's the auto load mod you use? I use Universal Auto Load. It's PC only, and it is on ModHub now. It was one that you had to like download from the GitHub forever, the GitHub link, but it is on ModHub in game now for PC. I don't like it that it says my name. Kyle is K-Dubs. See, I didn't even know that. Okay, that's cool. So K-Dubs, I feel like you've been in chat on multiple lives and I've called you Kyle, and this is the first time that you've said that you're K-Dubs. That's funny. That makes me wonder, like, what does mine display as? I'm gonna put a message in there and see. Let's get turned around, get cruise control back on. It's gonna go gray for a second. Oh, it just says Farming Sim SWU. Jason, how's it going? Do you see what I said about your content? I didn't. Did I miss it? I love your content with Fearsome and your own content. Thank you. So I'm realizing it's been a while since I've been live. There's like this new, I don't know what you call it, like a ranking system. Less fade looks better. I can't believe it let you do those caps and didn't just kick you out of chat or lock you out. One day, Universal Autoload will come to console. I hope so. Do you like Arizona University football or Arizona State? So that's a good question. Semi Truck 75, thank you so much. Jax, how's it going? Had to stop watching the Full Ranch Sim series as soon as I saw your live. Awesome. Whoa, 80CB70. Whoa, that's a name. 123. Taylor, how's it going? So, Arizona State versus Arizona. When I was younger and had dreams of playing in the NBA, my first stop was going to be University of Arizona. And, ooh. I guess that's a problem with not doing the headlands. We'll just line up like this. So I was a U of A fan growing up, but lived in the area a lot closer to Tempe than I lived in proximity to Tucson. So a lot, like as I finished high school and became an adult, I had a lot of friends that went to ASU. I took one class there. I took one online class before I decided that I wasn't going to do a four-year university. I did a community college for the first 2 years and then an online school for the last 2 years to get my bachelor's degree. But long story short, was a huge U of A basketball fan growing up. As an adult, I do lean towards Arizona State because they're more part of the city, the metropolitan area that I grew up in. You know, Tempe being kind of attached to between Phoenix and Mesa, and it just kind of, it makes more sense. Boo, yeah, Brody doesn't like ASU because they dominated them in the conference championship last year. And ASU's like, Sam Levitt's just gonna get better if he stays for more than this year. Tyson's pretty good at wide receiver. I'm excited for that this year to see if if they can overcome it, you know, turn it into something real and not a fluke, I guess is what I was trying to say. But Iowa State has always been like an up and coming football team. Like the new conferences, I think, are really playing in their favor. But ASU basketball has just been a joke forever. And U of A is just like really good at regular season basketball. Did y'all like the Rich Rod as the football coach? Rich, that seems so long ago. It seems so long ago at this point. I don't even know who the current coach of U of A is. What do I want to do here? We want to, yep, put this out because we want to put it away. So sunflowers are all planted, and we will have to remember to do another application of fertilizer. After my dad finished high school, he went to Iowa State. Dang, so he played football for Iowa State and then got injured in college? That sucks. Sparky, I'm originally from Chandler. Don't live there anymore. Yeah, I live in Upper Michigan. Oh, you guys get to see the controller backing up skills live. Nope. Nope. Turning radius is not good enough. Not good enough. Yeah, so I grew up in the Avondale area. And then as an adult moved to Mesa. Washington State on an island. Or you live in Washington on an island? Nice. Whoop. All right, concentrating. I learned that most of my problems backing upwards, I was always just trying to go too fast. All right, let's run on over to our new field that's going to become an olive grove. Is that the right term for that? So much better. You know, I need to, like, I've been having a huge itch to get back on the steering wheel. And the main reason why I stopped is because of how much I had to slouch because of the way my steering wheel setup was. And I'm going to get a smaller wheel than the truck wheel. It's just too big. Like, I know it makes sense for like what we do for farming. It's got like cobwebs on it now. But it's just too big. So I want to get a smaller one from Moza. I just haven't ordered it. Like, I've been wanting to buy it forever. Sparky, my son likes your videos, so we are watching on the TV too while he has a snack. Nice. I love, like, that is so cool to me that families are able to just relax and watch content like this and not have to worry about it, like, being bad. Okay, I haven't done this. Do I even know how? Is it under productions? Okay, so what I was kind of thinking is we're gonna burn through our money, and I don't know anything about olives because I have never done them. I assume they're very similar to vineyards. So the first, I assume the first one's gonna be super important. So if we see, I'm looking at this right here, it's like the third line in. And if we come over here and we go to that third one, we're gonna go just short of it. We're gonna go right there. And then the rest should just line up, right? Too short. Like if I come here, yes, it does just line up. So I'm gonna keep an eye on the money. I don't know how many we want. I don't know anything. Like I said, this is the first time. So I think I'm gonna spend, let's see, that's 4. Let's do 8. And then we can add to these if we need to. 6, 7, 8. All right, let's go look at them. You're from the UP, ride snowmobiles or not, it's your choice. Or not your choice of hobby. I haven't gotten into it yet. This will be the 4th winter we've been here. It'll be my 3rd full winter. So, and yes, I haven't even tried a snowmobile yet. But there's a lot of desires we have, because we have 57 acres, and I'm wanting to, like, we're wanting to utilize it. We're actually building a enclosed garden right now outside. I might end up posting some pictures on the community page. Okay, what do I do with these? I guess I could come in here. So we're gonna have an expensive harvester, which we'll probably lease the first year. We're gonna want something like this for fertilizer. Guess I can't post comments. I don't know when this, honestly, I don't have a time to end this. It's gonna go to at least another hour and a half. I'll catch up on comments too. In a second here. I feel like I missed a bunch. So we're gonna need something for fertilizer. And it looks like it's exactly the same. So we could buy the Landini and do this front and back, but when do we need to do that? So I assume it says it needs plowed, which is interesting. Robert, how's it going? Your garden got flooded. Didn't turn out well. Oh, you know what? That's a good point. We're building ours on somewhat of a slope, but that area, I've never seen standing water over there. Oh, here we go. Here we go. ADCB has it. Grove is historically more common, while orchard is often used for modern architecture planting. Gotcha. All right, I need to tab away so I can scroll up on these comments for a second. All right, I feel like I was good there. Been a Kiwi, more into rugby than football, and now I live in Canada. It's all about hockey. Yeah, Canada is all about hockey for sure. Rugby's not very popular in the US. Backup skills are way better. Yeah. Suck at backing up trailers so bad. I just go through. That's been my go-to, is if I could pull through is the way to do it. I've been trying to be patient and get better. I live in Delaware for 4 years, from age 1 to 4. That's what Jason said. I had basketball player I used to root for at Arizona, as long as he didn't play for my favorite team. Oh, who was that, Nathan? There's a lot of good ones that came out of U of A. Jack just started playing Farming Sim a while ago. Got back into it once I started watching your videos. Showed it to some of my friends. Awesome, who had no idea what Farming Sim was. Yeah, it's definitely a game that I think a lot of people will get into with their friends that don't even like farming. Once they see that how you can interact with each other playing it, I think it's pretty sweet. All right, so let's go ahead. I think we can afford it. Do I need to upgrade this? 70 horsepower. This one takes 70. Do I need to upgrade this? Chase Budinger. Oh, that's hilarious. Let's go Rangers. Is that hockey or baseball? Oh yeah, I did do slow mode. It's like, I think it's 10 seconds or 15 seconds in between. Arizona Cardinals, Arizona everything. Yes, upgrade it. Oh, come on. That looks great. Let's kind of want to lighten it just a little bit. Let's see how that looks. I think that looks awesome. All right, we're going to buy that. We're going to come. This is like 4,500. That's awesome. And then this is 7,500. So that's not bad. So do I need to do this right? I know I need to do the fertilizer, but are we going to need... I'm just going to do it anyways. So we want to put the mulching on the front. I just switched to keyboard mouse. Is the fence tractor skinny enough? The custom color mod is awesome and so needed. So I don't think we need this phase yet, but I could be wrong. I think we just need fertilizer this month and next month. Why I like him, he was 6'6", but played like he was 7'6". In college for sure. I was disappointed in him as a pro though. I'm a Suns and Diamondbacks fan. Nice. Yeah, all Arizona teams for me. Suns are definitely my first love as a kid. And then growing up, it was the Cubs and the Braves until the Diamondbacks became a team. Rangers is hockey. Well, it could be the Texas Rangers is baseball. Based on what K-Dubs said. K-Dubs is hockey. K-Dubs says go Braves. Did I give myself enough room over here? We're just zooming with this thing. Oh yeah, we should be good. The Landini looks so good like this. We're gonna go 2. Yeah, so I don't... Am I doing it right, guys? Phillies is hockey. Okay. That's New York, right? New York Rangers. Yay, sports ball. Yeah, well, that's the thing I've learned, especially working in software development. The amount of people that just don't like sports shocked me because I grew up in a family that was just like, that's all we did. Oh, I guess I'm just mulching everything. Yeah, we're just gonna mulch everything because I didn't raise. Is there a controller button to raise both things at the same time? Oh, we need like the thing to prune them afterwards, right? We're gonna need that too. But this front thing's not doing anything this time around. The Rangers are the reason you're in a bad mood. Hey, at least your town has a hockey team. Ours left us. The Cowdies had like 2 good seasons that I remember. Got a big Phillies fan in here. Yeah, that was really fun in the playoffs a couple years ago. The New York Rangers miserable, huh? Family loves sports a ton. I used to play soccer. Football. I also started learning that there's a good amount of people that just like college sports, which is pretty fun. And I always thought the beauty of college sports was how often the team changes. And so you get like a fresh take on it all the time. I always thought that was pretty sweet. Coyotes taught me to skate. Used to go, ah, yes. There was the one thing, there was, oh, what was that called in Peoria? Oh, something ice. Oh, I'm drawing a blank now. Polar ice? I think it was called Polar Ice. I think it changed its names multiple times. The Whitecaps. Oh, that's the MLS, right? The forgotten one is 2018. Is 2018 the Nick Foles, quarterback from University of Arizona? Ooh, my comedy music. Very cartoony. Penguins. I have a lot of my family from the Pittsburgh, kind of the Pittsburgh area. We're not Steeler fans. We don't talk about the Steelers in my house. I really like got into MLS for a while. I was a big Saunders fan. Is that how you say it? Sounders? I don't know where it came. Hey, I just lifted both of them. How did I do that? And I shut the front off. Gotta love when I accidentally do what I'm trying to do and not know how I did it. First time watching on my computer. How's the quality of the stream? Is it good? Video looking good? Are you making music still? That is something like, we'll either go to a concert or I'll watch some music videos, and I'm like, the biggest thing about music for me is if I do a road trip and I'm driving for a long time and listening to music, I am 100% motivated to start writing my own music again, or at least playing, to get like the muscle memory back. And then I'll get home and I'm over it. It was such a large part of my life in my early 20s that it's shocked me that I haven't gotten back into it. But no, I wish I was. Maybe someday. Looks great. Awesome. I don't, 80, I don't know what that means. So I'm wondering if these little badges with the numbers next to them are not brand new, but from like older data. It's the first time I remember seeing them on a stream, because the people that are ranked high makes sense. I'm going to take a look at that here once I do this side right here. So I think we just need to fertilize this and then we can get to April. Well, we'll check on the sheep and make sure they have everything they need, but I don't think there's anything else to do besides fertilization right now for these olives. Oh, did I accidentally hit the hired button? Oh, okay. Probably while I was looking at the chat. But I'm going to call this good. So the rest of this area, eventually, I think we are going to want to expand. And if we don't expand, we are going to store all the equipment here. There we go. So I wanted to get dedicated equipment just for all the olives, for the olive operation. So eventually we're going to get a shed like over here that'll be safe to where we know we're not going to expand this far. The badges are the most active chatters. Yeah, that's what I kind of picked up on. I'm gonna look at that right now. How new is that? Like I click on one of them and I can see top fans. So we have BP Jets, we have Grady Farms #2, and then we have K-Dubs, and Brody has fallen to #4. How are people getting XP? Like how does that happen? Sparky is at #5. Compact Nation is at #6. Jax, and so on. Interesting. Oh, you know what? So the donations definitely weighed into the 2000 experience that BP has, and seeing like Robert in here without a number next to him means that this is all new, because Robert's been around forever and Robert comments all the time. Okay, let's go pick up our sprayer, and we'll have to buy some liquid fertilizer because I don't think we have any. I guess I could know for sure. We do not. It's about 2 months old. It's a cool new feature. So super chats, and tips. Okay. Very cool. What's more important for the algorithm, likes or chats? So for lives, I'm not sure. I think I've been diving a lot into the Google Analytics, not Google Analytics, YouTube Analytics over the last 6 months as the channel is really starting to stumble, and was trying to understand why and what was causing it. Engagement, like at one point I thought engagement like didn't matter. That session time seems to be the most important thing for the algorithm, is how long you stay on a single channel and how many videos you watch back to back. But it seems to be all the above still. All like the likes, the comments seem to still make a huge difference. 118,000 bucks. We are burning through the money, but that's okay. This is cool watching on the computer. Wife has hinted on buying me FS25, so it helps see what to do, kinda. Oh yeah. Awesome. XP gains vary on how much you donate. Interesting. Pretty crazy. I love it. One of the things that I am going to be working on soon is updated membership badges so that they look unique per tier. We have a good amount of people that are like more than a year, and I want it to stand out a lot more, which is so sweet. And I think after we do this fertilizing session, I'm going to take a slight break, just a slight break. How much you donate and how long you watch. So it's very, yes, I did. It's very similar to channel points on Twitch, it sounds like. Now, if you can do things with it eventually, like if I could set up goals or things where you could spend your experience and get me to do push-ups or something, that'd be cool. All right, I never knew, and I always ask questions. Do you do both sides, or can I just skip every other one? Whoa, that's some good spray. Can you go back and look when someone else joined, became a member? You can, yeah. Uh-oh, Chad got a message retracted. See, this looks like it's spraying both for sure. Like you shouldn't. I should be able to skip a row next, right? Yeah, Robert, you've been around for a while, for sure. So I should be able to go to this one right here next. And we'll look at the map afterwards. I do watch a lot. The content is awesome. Other streamers, their roleplay is douchey. Douchey. Oh, my camera's on and I'm nodding my head. Whoops. That was kind of douchey of me. All right, so we went there, there, so it should be this one next. And that should do it. Say it. Hi, I'm a viewer from France. Welcome in. Alzire? Alzire? Sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. I'm not even good at reading English, so apologize. Uh-oh. We gonna be able to make this turn? Nice. So that should do 50% on all of these, and we'll take a look afterwards, like I said. Austin Farmer is awesome to watch. It was his content that led me to others, which eventually led me here. I've been actually watching a little bit of Austin. Not a lot of it, just a little bit. Okay, let's look. That looks right. Maybe we do want to go through the other ones. 50%. I think it's fine. So some of them said 60%. Like right here shows 60% yield bonus, but 50% fertilized. So nothing's different. Maybe I didn't get far enough over. I think we're going to call it good. How did you plant the trees so straight? I'll show you. Do olives and grapes work? I don't know. We're not using precision farming on this one. But in the, what is this tab called? Whatever this one's called. It's a couple tabs over, and then you just, so what I did is I started over here, and there's a little mark. Like if we did it over here, would be a good example. So I had this field already in this state. So if we started with on this third one, and we went here, like start like that, and then we just come down here and we make sure we're on the third one, it'll be straight. And then after that, everyone that you plant next to it, just like if you go kind of close to it, it's gonna limit exactly where it needs to go, or put it where it needs to go. That was, I think it was a fix that they made late in FS22 to fix the way, yeah, click and drag, sorry. When they fixed the gap between the vines and the orchards. Okay, so this can stay here. And we're gonna go check on the, what do I have, sheep? You have a front loader. No, I don't want to use that though. This is what I want to use. But let's take a peek in here. Oh, turn it. Ugh. Okay, so there's some feed. So they're good. We're gonna go check on the other ones though. So much equipment that I need to organize and clean too. Just zooming on over here, check on these ones. Have you tried to use that fertile? No. Nope. I accidentally drove off a cliff on the way to a contract while watching the stream. Oh no. All right, so we have some feed in here, so we're good. And let's cruise on down to the grass field and the sheep over there, see how they're doing. I'm also watching while playing. Yeah, that's awesome. I love that. UPS zooming around. All right, what do we got? What do we got? Oh, we have, whoa! We have feet everywhere. We're good. We're just gonna go to April. What was that? Got to make an hour trek home soon. Awesome that you did live. Dev, see you later. Thanks for joining. M55 Gaming, how's it going? Oops, that was the wrong way. All right, we're gonna drop this right here. What PC specs do you run? Oh man, I don't even know anymore. I may or may not have just downloaded 200 plus mods. We'll see if the game loads. Brody Farms is back. All right, I'll be right back in like a minute. Freaking Walter. Happy Farms. I've never noticed that. That's hilarious, little clippers. Shears? Not shears. It made me wonder, like, what do I have? This mod pack has 206 and my cattle ranch one has 89. I've been trying to stay pretty limited. Been trying to stay pretty limited on the mods. So April we have rice fields and corn. We're gonna do the corn first. Now let's mess with the rice because it was making me mad earlier when I was testing it. I don't understand why they made it the way they did, but I think we're only going to be able to go to like right here. And then we can come across like this. And then like that. Now, can I do the angle? Let's, oh. I didn't mean to do that. And I didn't save right before that. I think that's good. And I'm tempted to do like, let's try like overlapping. So if it comes right here, let's do that trick too. We're gonna stay right on that line, which is 3 over. So it should be right there. Now, this is the thing I don't understand why I can't. It does let me do it. Who knows how to... What is that? Oh, that's the old stuff. Let's go over here. this looks decent size, but I wanted the whole thing. You should buy the colossal equipment with the Unreal attachments. It's all I use now. I use the other ones on the Whiskey RP. I'm actually gonna just start modifying. How do I delete this? Okay, now we're gonna try again. We're gonna go to here. We're gonna go all the way to here. And then like that. Yes. Now, finish. It did work. Awesome. Now, can I do that on this too? Or is the round gonna be the problem? Do you plan to do any poplars? So yes, I don't know when we're gonna get back to it, but the 5 and 5 challenge is gonna turn into the 10. I think I said 50 million. Okay, this one, for whatever reason, this field is not wanting to cooperate at all when I try to do this. So I'm gonna close that out. That looks weird. Let's try this again. Okay. I'm so glad that that actually worked. But this one, we might not have the same luck. So, like, why is it, like, what does that mean? Like, and I can't see the yellow on this field for whatever reason. Maybe shut this off for a second. It's like, I can't see where the corners are going. So maybe we just don't do that one. We'll plant something else there. Oh, yeah, let's not do that anymore. Let's get this taken care of before I forget. And then we'll want to do the fertilizer on... I mean, maybe we could do all of that in May. The sunflowers need another application. And it was so much poplar that we planted. It's gonna take forever when we do harvest that. It is definitely on my list to get to, and it's gonna be one of those that is like a full year episode and not individual episodes when it does hit the list. There's a poplar farm out here. Just curious about it. Nice. It's like, I didn't even know that was a real thing. Now, I assume we don't do the mulching and cultivating until after we harvest, but I've always been confused by vines and olives in this game. And this liquid fertilizer is going to last pretty much the rest of the playthrough, it looks like, in this tank. Are we going to see some new Brody Farms content? Or even the real life content? That was fun. 1, 2, right here. I keep meaning to check what Chad is saying that gets retracted to see if that's my auto mod doing that. So this should get... Now, I believe we just wait till these are ready to harvest after this, and we'll probably not have enough money to buy the harvester, so we'll have to lease that this year. Because we still want to have enough money to buy the actual production for all the oil stuff that we're prepping. Can't forget that we need to save money for that, and I think it's around 300,000. Hopefully both FS and real life content next week. What? Heard it here first. That's awesome. Joseph, how's it going? Yeah, let me check on those comments that are getting blanked out. Come on, computer. Oh, it's not letting me see it. I don't know my PC specs. It is a pre-built one, to be honest with you, but it is a 70. It was a lot of money. That's all I'll say. It was a lot of money for this PC. And so when I was having issues with it, I think it was last year. It was actually partially this year when I finally got it fixed. I will never buy another Alienware. Like I just won't. I will never buy another pre-built PC after buying this one. So it's not just an Alienware complaint there. I cannot wait to see some Brody Farms after a nice long summer break, and I imagine there's a lot of itch and a lot of excitement to get back into it. Let's do the rice first. Love your content, keeping up with Riverbend Springs especially. Just got caught up the other week. Anxious for new videos, keep going. Thank you, Mark. Alienware was great before Dell. See, and that's kind of what my thought was. It does seem like when these bigger companies buy these smaller successful companies, they just ruin them. Seems to be what happens. All right, we got to figure out, well, we got to plant corn today. And that's a lot of corn. We're actually going to take the, yeah, we're going to get that set up on a worker because I am not doing that myself. And this is probably going to need an upgrade eventually, too. Let's go ahead and switch it to corn before I forget. Let's drive to the dealership and get topped off. I don't believe... I thought I was clear. I thought I was clear. I was not. We're stuck. Had my Alienware for 14 years, only upgraded the hard drive, video card, Fallout games came out, can't complain too much. Yeah, well, and I bought it because I knew they had a good reputation at one point, and I actually had to make some configuration changes and a lot of adjustments to some of the BIOS to get this thing to not crash when I was editing videos. Hey, there's some seed right here. So why did the, like, I just want to try this. Why did the seed ones not open? But they will fill it. Okay. Interesting. Did you hear that ATS? ATS. American Truck Simulator? Is that what it's called? Are we still live? Okay. Nathan, yeah, that is on the list. Farm Rescue is 100% on the list. Just got to get through some other things. We are definitely going to do the origin story, and before FS25 is said and done, there'll probably be more Farm Rescue playthroughs than there was in FS22. Let's buy some seed and solid fertilizer. Does anyone buy anything other than the small bags? that come with 50 extra liters, like for the same price? Why would you not? So the seed will fill up like this. We must have just had a glitch or something. And the fertilizer will now. Weird. It is called American Trucking. I don't know why that just didn't sound right to me. It's coming to console, huh? Oh, we're probably gonna need more fertilizer. I'm excited about the iRacing NASCAR game. I don't know when that's supposed to drop. I think that'll be sweet to check out. What we're gonna find out is we're gonna get over here and we're gonna remember that we haven't cultivated this field, so we're not gonna be able to plant corn yet. How long the seed was gonna live on the side of the road? It's been there for a while. I'm going the wrong way, aren't I? Oh, no, we're not. Okay. Wasn't holding your mouth right last time? Was I holding my mouth a certain way when I did that? I buy the silos that allow you to... Oh, yeah. I did that in 22 a lot. Haven't dove into that yet. Actually, that is on my list for the SWU Farms playthrough. By the new farmyard that we started there, I definitely want those silos. I want the solid fertilizer, the seed, and lime. Yeah, I don't think we cultivated this yet. And we're gonna have to check the specs on the tractors to see which one we want to have over here to do that. Yup. Okay. We're gonna loop around so this is facing the right direction. But we need to get... I think we have a... I don't even remember what we have. I think we have a subsoiler. No, we do have a cultivator. Oh, that's a saying in West Virginia? Nice. Okay, so this thing requires 190 horsepower. This has 225. I haven't used the white in a long time. Oh, I moved back to keyboard mouse. We're gonna have to get fuel for this on the way. Precision farming does seem a little different and more confusing this time around to me. I would imagine Farmer Cop or the Farming Sim Guy probably has good tutorials on it. I just watched the Farming Sim Guy's, one of his auto drive ones today, and was blown away. It was how I learned how to use the forage wagons with Courseplay and auto drive. There's another trucking simulator out there called Road Kings that was made by Sabre. That's the next generation of World Truck Australia. It's also coming. Interesting. Like, I enjoyed American Truck Simulator for like a couple hours. I had a hard time wanting to come back to it. Let me make sure that's his name. Yeah, the farm sim guy. Farm sim guy. I've thought about doing tutorials. Every time I do that, I just feel like I'm late. And there's already ones that are like well established with the algorithm to where it would just be, it would be almost, I don't want to say pointless, but almost pointless. I don't think I've seen Super Troopers 2. Awesome. Yeah, like that tutorial was definitely helpful. I feel like they could be a lot shorter of videos though. They seem to, a lot of the farming sim tutorial videos that I've watched seem like they take a while to get to the point when the point could have been like 3 minutes long. But YouTube doesn't necessarily reward that short of videos, so it makes sense. Actually, I don't even remember the person's name. It was a very small channel. I watched this video. I was trying to figure out how to record multiple ways, like a two-way on auto drive, and you just right click when you hit record instead of left click. And it was, I think it was like 5 minutes into a video, and that's the entire purpose of the video. And it took that long to get to the point where you just say you right click instead of left click. Oh, how does it look? Does Carol look good? I haven't even downloaded it yet. Okay, G, worker G, get that done as fast as you can. And we're gonna come over here. I have not planted rice in a long time. So this stuff we plant dry, and then we flood the field, if I'm remembering correctly. $603 mods. Oops, that's the wrong button. Three headlands, okay. That was the wrong type of setup. We want to go there. And there we go, getting some rice in the ground for the first time in a long time. Is it? Yes, I'm having a hard time telling the difference tonight. It looks so similar. There we go, now I can tell the difference. Struggling. Shane? Yeah, how's it going? How are you doing? Remember me from last year? I do somewhat, being completely honest, I felt like it was a familiar name, but wasn't 100% sure. I shut it off. There we go. I meant to raise it and I shut it off. Still getting used to controller buttons. AKA socks way up. Would you ever do cross-platform? Good. I thought you would like that map. I've only seen screenshots of it so far. I haven't seen it in person or seen anyone do a video on it. But the screenshots I saw blew me away. Blew me away. So I've been itching to finish up the series that I have going just so that I can get on that map. I just don't want to have too much stuff going. I feel like that was I don't know, it's just something personal that I want to do. I don't want to not finish series anymore. The cross-platform thing just, so my first multiplayer series that I ever did on Farming Simulator was a cross-platform one, and we had so many problems because of the style of series we were doing, to where we just, the second like we had an opportunity to, the one person who didn't have a PC got a PC, and we moved away from it. I mean, that's almost 3 years ago now, I think. 2.5. Rescued a new puppy from Tennessee, named her Tater. That is awesome. Yeah, look at this new. Oh, that wasn't the best, but that works. Man, I want to load up that map now. I might do that later tonight. Blocked by objects. That's fair. Tommy, how's it going? Thank you so much. Yeah, I do think that Carroll, Iowa one could be good for a farm rescue series. It could. Excuse me. All right, I don't know if the direction we plant matters when rice grows. So we're just gonna go all at it like this and loop around. I am raising. I've been doing a lot better job lately of raising instead of just like dragging the seeders and planters when I turn around. How am I liking 25? I think it had a rough start. I think it's starting to get really close to being in like its sweet spot here. The amount of mods that are coming out are awesome. I still think there's parts of it that feel like it could have just been a DLC to 22. I think ground deformation is underwhelming, but it's the first iteration of it, so it has a huge potential to actually impact the game. The fact that it disappears after you restart the game was very disappointing to me. So it had no bearing on the actual playthrough. I said early on that it felt like this was an upgrade that was going to be more impressive to console players than PC players, and I still think that is the case. As far as like some of the stuff with creating mods and maps, I feel like and a lot of people don't understand this stuff because they haven't dove into it, but the way they are using decals for roads now is pretty sweet. So there's some like upgrades to the engine that I think were awesome, that it might just take a couple iterations of the game before you see the full potential of it. But I definitely think it's a good game. I think it looks better. I do think it looks better than 22. Just the same way I feel about all the sports games. It's like, do we really need them that often, or could we just have like American Trucking Simulator does it, like Minecraft does it? Like, just give me upgrades. Just give me new things. But I don't know how profitable that is for some of these companies. Like, at some point, it's like, for Madden, can we just have a roster update 1 year? Because you're not really changing much of the game. My cat just climbed onto the back of my chair on my shoulder so she can... Awesome. Last time I was on your live stream, I was... Oh, and you're 18. Well, happy late birthday. You have easy dev yet? Yes. Not on... Yeah, I do. I think there's one playthrough that I haven't switched over from Power Tools yet. Yeah. It's pretty similar to last year's. I haven't dove completely into it, or last time's, but Easy Dev Controls is live. Or whatever it's called, instead of Power Tools. I'm glad we figured out how to make this whole thing the rice field. I don't know, that field behind me just wasn't playing nice at all. That's true. Like the realism on the storms and everything definitely are an improvement. Landscaping looks great. I don't understand why I need reshade to make it look this good, but it does look pretty good still. Oh! I wasn't even close to aiming that direction, and it locked in the wrong way. That's one of the big complaints I've had, is it just doesn't seem... It seems buggy still. Simon, how's it going? We're on Riverbend Springs. 560 hours. I think I just passed 700. And I think that only includes one night of leaving it running. So I know my FS22 numbers were way off from leaving it running overnight and not shutting it off after recording. Danny, how's it going? Thank you so much. Like I said in the community post, I felt like these last 10,000 were the hardest grind. I don't know what the right word to use for it, because it's not like I was the one hitting the subscribe button. It just seemed like it's been harder to get subscribers. And I know that I've lost a lot of subscribers since I've changed formats. And gone a little differently with the way I'm doing RP, and I've been back and forth with the way I've been doing things, and we finally landed on what we're going to do long term. And so I think there is a decent amount of people that are filtering out, that are being replaced. It's like just the nature of YouTube. So I'm hoping we're past like a little plateau there. Wish 25 would have more realism, like when the tornado is around or when it snows in the game, you can see the trees moving also. I never left it running in the background, but I think you win. I don't think it's a competition. I actually was surprised I wasn't at 1,000 hours already, because the first 500 hours seemed like I got there pretty quick. But we took it somewhat easy this summer. More realism. Like, I always like ponder that question on like, what do we need to improve the game? And I'm not the right person to answer that. I like to leave that to people that have actual farming experience. This is coming along nice. We got the olives done already. We've got the sunflowers in there that we need to do another application of fertilizer on. And we're getting the long grain rice in here. And then we're going to do the cornfield, but I don't know if we're going to get to that tonight with me forgetting that it hasn't been cultivated yet. Should have done that in March. But I believe we're still fine in May if we plant corn. We should be able to get away with that. But it'll be interesting to see how much money we can make off of. Basically, we're doing everything except for the other type of rice with the saplings that we're going to do in the oil production. 110 hours, but only bought it on the 13th. Wow, 110 hours, 10 hours in 13 days. Grinding. That is a grind. My goodness. Am I seeing this right? There's like 380 people in here? That's awesome. The game definitely makes me want to get a PC. This game, like, I always felt like between City Skylines and Farming Simulator have been the two games that have confirmed to me that I think console gaming is dead, or should be. but not everyone can afford a PC, so that console gaming will last forever because of that. But you're never going to get the same experience on console that you're getting on PC, unfortunately. When making a rice paddy, there's an icon there that you could show to raise. Oh, I did see that. So I might need to raise it so I can see the yellow line, and then I can make the one behind the field behind us. Okay, after we plant this, we're going to try that. We will try that out. Second to witness your live. Yeah, I'm hoping this time around we can do a lot more. Now that I completely stopped the second channel, like it's completely done. I was too much. It was too much constantly going on in my brain between work, between life, between two channels. It was just too much. It seems like Alma is one of like people's favorite maps. And is Alma one that is on console as well? Well, I have a PC, but I can't afford a console right now. Like, is it a good enough one to play the games? That's another thing. Like, you can get a cheap PC, but it might not be good enough to actually play this game with good performance. Gator, how's it going? We're an hour and 40 minutes in. We've done some planting. We planted some sunflowers. We made this rice paddy. And we planted some olives and have taken care of those. So they're kind of just waiting to be able to be harvested over there. No idea if that's going to be enough for what we want in our oil production. We're going to build to the left here. After we harvest this barley, we're going to start building some productions here and build out an entire like fancy production yard. It's a gaming PC. Nice. I've owned every single PlayStation at this point now. I waited the longest on the 5. Actually, I remember when Brody, see you soon, man. Thanks for hanging out. Number 2 on our rankings right now. Got that little badge. I was in Vegas for a conference years ago. And I was waiting for my boss to come downstairs so we could get a ride to the airport. And I didn't gamble at all the whole time we were there. And then I decided to just play, I don't remember what it was. I think it was called Wheel of Fortune. And I won like $500 on my second spin. And so I pulled the money out right away and I was like, I'm buying a PS4. I'm buying a PS4. And that's what I did. I got home, went and bought it. That's how I got my PlayStation 4. May I missed something, but you're still gonna do Cattle Ranch. I love waiting for supercuts. Yes, I'm actually halfway through recording Cattle Ranch season 3 right now. I'm aiming for, it should be, I think it's either gonna be a week from Thursday or 2 weeks from Thursday, depending on how the rest of the recording goes and how quickly. All right, let's double check that did completely get planted there. We need to go here. Yeah, looks good. And that was already completely fertilized, so I think we wasted some funds there. And this didn't take the second application? Interesting. All right, let's shut that off for a second. Let's check over here. Wow, we got a lot of vehicles. They're making good time. I'm actually going to do them a solid. I'm going to let them have speed override, and they're going to go as fast as they can. I'm eyeing a upper before I get a new console. An upper? Okay, so let's go over here, and let's click on this, and then now N and M. Okay. Okay, so we have a slope, don't we? Aha! Aha! Okay, this is actually pretty good. So we can do that. Then we can start working back down the field. Go like that. Gosh, the more you know. Don't want to cut this too close. So I guess we can kind of round it. That was the problem the whole time. So now, where are we at? Where are we at? So we go about right there. And then we go one more. Oh, we raised it a little bit. That's okay. Where's the water spout now? Should be like, yeah, right there. That's perfect. So while we're thinking about it, we got to run over and flood this one. But I need to remember who gave me that suggestion. Mark Williams, you're the man. Ethan, how's it going? I've been lurking in the stream. I'm a lurker. I love lurkers. Quickly want to say awesome seeing you hit the latest milestone. Thank you so much. Tyler, console is sufficient in my opinion. I just wish forestry wasn't awkward. I think I'm glad you feel that way. But I think if you spent about 50 hours playing with some of the mods that we play with on PC, you would say otherwise. Gator, I wonder how PS4 server shut down and the price hike on PS5 would affect I didn't know any of that information. I didn't know PS4s were shutting down their servers. It makes sense. It's about time. Okay, what was the button here? It's been so long since I've done this. Interact. You just interact with it. That's right. Do I have to wait till tomorrow? I guess so. I guess we wait till May for that. So we do have, thanks to Mark, the last paddy field that we're going to plant. And then I think that's probably going to push the corn harvest or the corn planting to May. Let's double check that is accurate, that we can do that. Yeah, corn we can plant in May. So even though it says it's only 9 o'clock because we've been running at times 2, still want to somewhat respect how long we've been on April here. And then the harvest should be split a little bit as well if we don't have everything planted in the same month. I'm not sure when the olives will be ready. I'll have to look at that. I forgot I had this folder. So this folder is basically looping through every epidemic sound. Oops. I guess we didn't want to drive off the field like that. I'm going to try to actually get unstuck here instead of using super strength too. I just don't know if we're going to be able to get past this tree or this shrub here. That is such a big mound. That's hilarious. I forgot what I was saying. So can you spend $1,500 and get any field cultivated by turning it into a... Oh no, because if you delete it, I was gonna say, and then deleting the rice field. Oh, you got to turn the implement back on. That helps. Don't drive off the edge, crazy driver. Let's do that for a second. Sorry about that. All right, let's switch back. So are we gonna hit this or are we clear? Is there no collision on that? Oh, there was something I wanted to do tonight. I'm gonna get back to a longer pass and then I'm gonna do it. So this should be 2 decent size rice fields. And I have not touched the oil production at all, so I don't know. I have no clue. Jason, thanks for hanging out. Hopefully we see you again. I have no idea if this is going to be more than enough for an entire year of production for the rice oil, or if it's not going to be enough at all. But we'll learn. Clay, how's it going? Been watching since FS22 Cattle Ranch. Nice. I believe I found, that's how you, yeah, I believe it. That's how a lot of people found us. Our flagship series for FS22 for sure. I'm gonna zoom on over to the next headland. Don't get me wrong, console is sufficient, but I just wish there was some mods that are on PC were available. 100%. That's the problem. The specs and the performance of consoles, 100% enough. Getting certain mods to people in people's hands on consoles is the issue. I was just playing PlayStation 5 before this stream. There we go. Had to concentrate. All right, see if I can do this without running into the thing. Oh, I don't even know if I know how, actually. I'm not even gonna say what I was gonna do. We did it. We did it. Okay. Ruben, how's it going? You watched your channel since my channel since it came out? Ooh, we missed a spot. Yep, I'm gonna go get it. What's the first series you enjoyed on my channel? I think we got into the hip hop section of oh, I was talking about the Epidemic Sound stuff. Yeah, so this whole folder basically is every single song I've ever downloaded to put on a video. Just on random. And I think it's been working pretty good for the stream. Why is that angle one? Oh, they want us to go at an angle when we do the... Okay, we might adjust that. We might adjust that. I'm struggling a little bit on this field. Why does it do that? I think I have an issue with my controller and the buttons are going out, because every once in a while I'll push them down and it'll raise it even though I have left and right trigger pushed. Cattle Ranch and Whiskey RP. Nice. LW No Man's Land? Not No Man's Land. New Lands? Yeah, New Lands was the original series on the channel. it was, we launched five videos the first day the channel was live, and it was an awesome approach to springboard the channel. First time watching the stream, thank you for joining, Kevin. Avid FS player, your videos help me so much. This is neat as heck. Looks like I know how to spend my evenings going. I mean, I wish I was able to stream every. I'm hoping. Gonna try to do 2 times a week, if not just 1. And it's gonna be like days where I do not post videos. Robert, there, we have an LS dealer down the road. It's about 30 minutes from us. They do 0% financing pretty much all the time. And they are the manufacturer that makes Case IH and New Holland. So they're the same engines, same chassis, everything, just different paint job. So that's what we were looking at. A Kubota would be awesome. I actually been really debating, because the big problem that I have is I'm not a mechanic, and I don't want to buy something that's going to need a lot of love, like buying something used. That was a terrible backup job right there. And so that's the real reason I haven't bought one yet, because there's been a ton of used tractors that I see around town here, or at least like relatively in my area, and just I haven't been brave enough to pull the trigger on one of them, because I just don't want them to break down all the time and me not know what to do to fix them. Nick, how's it going? I'm a newer watcher. I've went back and watched a bunch of the Supercuts, the older series. I think that's why the Supercuts are such a genius thing. Is it's an easy way to catch up on a channel when you first find it. We're gonna swing over here and do the ups and downs. What is this song? I mean, there's also gonna be songs that I downloaded, and then like while I'm editing, I'm listening to it in the background, and then I just delete it. I'm like, nope, that's not gonna work. You like LS tractors? Yeah, they seem legit, and they're a lot cheaper than the name brands. For me personally, I just wish speed override and course play were available, especially when work is busy and you don't have a lot of time to play. 100%. I don't understand why that can't be. Both of those can't be on console. There was one comment I wanted to comment on. A comment I wanted to comment on. A chat I wanted to comment on. I'm just watching the farming purists to chime in. You shouldn't do the headlands first while planting. Yeah, I've actually, in the comments, I've asked that question, and we have IRL farmers that watch the channel that do it both ways. And so I do how I want to do it. But you're not wrong. Like I tried to switch to doing the ups and downs first, and you do save some time. You do save some probably product as well, because you can do those loops and then just kind of fill in the gaps that you missed on the headlands later. But I like this better. It's been the way I've always done it. Timothy, how's it going? I'm doing pretty good. Having a fun night here. Crazy amount of people in here. This is insane. Yeah, you need low hours if you buy used. You need to do research. Yeah, for sure. That's been the hesitation, but the reality is when you own as much property as we do, it's pretty silly. I'm coming to that conclusion. It's pretty silly to not have a tractor. I mean, I have areas of my lawn that are just like huge dips from the previous owners that I have plenty of dirt in the back that I could just move, and I'm not shoveling it. That's not happening. And I was debating like paying someone to bring dirt to my property to fill those holes. And I was just like, the more I think about it, I'm like, that is just silly. Or I have mounds of dirt from the previous owners that are like hidden in the trees and stuff or in the forest, but I just need equipment to be able to move it around. And then dabbling in some farming would definitely be a thing if we get to that point. It's about not running over planted seed in real life. I get it. I imagine it's worse now than it would be like a week after planting. Tim, how's it going? How long are you streaming for? We're at the 2-hour mark right now. Probably gonna finish this field, check on the cornfield that's getting cultivated, and that might be about it. We'll see. I haven't really set any strict goals for tonight other than a minimum of 2 hours. Yeah, I have 3 1.5, and I need a tractor to level. And yeah, for sure. And I used my 0 turn this year to clear a lot of tall brush. That one of the areas is where we're putting our enclosed garden that we're building right now. We did, I think it was 23 posts, and since we're in the UP, we have to go 4 feet deep for the frost line. That was a nightmare. I think we have 21 out of the 23 in the ground now, so we're getting close. Bad attitude? What's happening? Look on Marketplace and at least, yeah, for sure. That's what I've been looking at. You could rent a skid steer. That's not a bad idea, actually. Renting a skid steer to move some dirt around. Grim Wolf, how's it going? I remember that name for sure. Get a Case IH AF11. What kind of 0 turn? I have a Cub Cadet. It's a 54. It's either a 53 or 54. I don't know why I'm drawing my blank on it. Inch deck on it. The blades are shot right now, and I've been just trying to get through the summer and not worry about switching them until next year. But I demolished those blades on it this year. It was about, like, I had just over an acre that I was mowing, and now we're doing just over 2 acres. Oh, they finished the cultivating. Nice. Milwaukee Super Hawk is what I use to dig posts. We have a, we got the, oh, what brand is it? We ran out of seed. An electric auger is what we bought too, yeah. And we live on limestone, so much rocks. So that thing couldn't even do it. The vehicle, I hated it when it first came out. The new UI I completely hated it. Once I got used to it, I was fine with it. I don't really have an opinion on it in the game. But I didn't like it at first. It was a new, and I felt like everything was more organized before. I don't like where the vehicles are like your own vehicles, but I've gotten so used to it at this point that I don't even think about it anymore. Is this a modded map? Nope, it's Riverbend Springs. This has been the map I've been playing on since the game first came out. I have mods installed, but I don't think, besides like auto drive and course play, there's not a lot that actually change. I don't think I'm using a lot of modded vehicles on this series and implements either. Yeah, I feel like I live in a bank in Ohio River. So much till. So we got fooled because the building that my wife's business is that we own for my wife's business, the event venue, we put a fence in the backyard. We built like a courtyard a couple years ago there, and when we dug the holes, it was like 90% sand there, which is closer to Lake Michigan than we are. And just where we like, there is a quarry in my backyard that like a lot of the roads in this town, I'm told, were built from the limestone in that quarry, which is now like a huge swimming pool for us. How many hours? I'm not sure the entire question there. Do you like farming 25 more than 22? I don't think I like either of them better than each other. 22 was the first time I played Farming Simulator, so that'll always be kind of like cool to me. But I don't think I prefer. I don't think 25 is that much better to be like it's better than 25 or 22. I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe I'll go back and play 22 and then be like, wow, 25 is so much better. Yeah, I'm in Delta County, so yeah, we're Lake Michigan is about 3 miles. Trying to get my directions right. Obviously, that would be east of where I live, and then it's about an hour drive north from here to get to Lake Superior. Little Bay to knock is by me. Oh, Tim, I don't do requests like that at all. I apologize. Oh, gameplay hours? We just checked. This playthrough itself just passed 100. But that does not include the we're pretending never happened RP stuff. Let me pull up my Steam right now, because we were talking about this earlier. And I was actually surprised that it wasn't a little bit higher than it was. Library, FS25. I'm at 637 last time that updated. 637 hours. And then according to that, 22, we put in just under 2,000 hours. You have a 60-inch Toro? That's awesome. But you get stuff done fast with that thing. Marquette's a... Nice, so you're in Marquette, nice. Yeah, we go up there every once in a while. Down in the Escanaba, Gladstone area. The lower UP, I guess. That's what you said. You must be in the lower UP, not... Yes, I am. Yeah. You know, it's about an hour from the border of Wisconsin. Completely read that comment wrong. Yes, Nick, you are correct. Your statement was correct. Marquette is a beautiful town. I like all the stuff in Munising too, or what am I thinking of? Oh, where's the Autrain? Autrain's pretty sweet. Is Comlands? Yeah, I am playing Comlands. Comlands is the Cattle Ranch 25. So there's 2 supercuts out there of that already. We do have an Aldi. Okay, where am I going? I just went on autopilot. Like I was just going home because I was done. Let's just park this here. Just want to make sure they did finish this job out here. I mean, they're right there. So they must have. Sweet. So next time we will get the corn planted. Let's take a look at everything this way real quick. Floating deck has, oh my goodness. 45 minutes for 3 acres. I think I think it's close. I'm gonna do the little graph to map it out again because I did make it a lot larger. I think it's mine's just under 3 that I'm mowing, and there's a good amount I want to add to it, but it's a debate between me and the wife on if we're gonna actually do it. So this should be our only field not planted now. We have our canola here. We have some earned, or I guess, barley that came with it when we purchased it. We have our sunflowers. I guess if we go to this one, we can tell. Our sunflowers there, barley there, and then our long grain rice in 8 and 7, and a little bit of olives. And then I wanted to double check all the weeds situation. We need to spray weeds. We'll do that. We're gonna take care of the sunflower field before we call this stream over. So I do want this tractor for that though. We're gonna spray some weeds and we'll figure out how we want to do fertilizer in a minute. I was thinking about going to Farm Progress this year, but it's not a good weekend for that for me. And it's about, I think it's about an 8-hour drive for me. I work as a ranch hand on a small ranch. We run a Kubota M5, M6. Boss just got Deuce Far 6000C series. Nice. I imagine that's a pretty big tractor up close. I'm playing both for the reasons I play. I don't see much difference between them. Alan, I agree. I agree. One was blue, one was green. The menus look different. But yeah, landscaping does look better in 25 in my opinion. I prefer spraying fertilizer. It turns out more uniform. Gotcha. Make friends with a diesel mechanic or a vet and keep a case of beer in the fridge. My brother-in-law is a mechanic, but he lives about 4 hours away. About 5 hours. Should we spray fertilizer with that thing down there on the sunflower field? No way. It must have been the perfect night to go live. This is more people. We have 443 according to the analytics right now. That is more than we had. Oh, I forgot I left that there. When the game launched. And we had some good streams when the game launched. Thank you guys. This is awesome. I'm gonna try to make this more regular. I started my content creation journey doing live streams. So it's always always in the back of my head to get back to him. Oh, in real life, it's 50. I always get it wrong. 53? It's either 53 or 57. We lease out about 40 of it. It's either 40 or 30 to a farmer who does hay for his cattle. And the family that owned the house previously, before us, It's the same farmer. We wanted to kind of keep that. My sister-in-law's husband, so my brother-in-law, his family owned this property originally. They live across the street from us. So we kind of feel like we kept it in the family since she married in. The property that we live on was the original farm for the family, and then they split a bunch of, like, a ton of acres, like, to all the grandkids, or all the kids at that time that are now grandkids. Why did it not turn on? There we go. So it's pretty sweet. I have a barn on my property was built in the early 1900s, if not before that. I don't know how much longer it's going to last without some major repairs, but it's sweet. I was at the Farm Progress show and saw a New Holland CR11 combine. Also saw John Deere 8 RX 410. Oh boy, that equipment is bigger than ever. I imagine, like, driving by the dealerships and seeing those things in person, like, even just driving by is just insane. Gotten so many things done with beer for payment. Bush Light to the rescue. So we went and picked up all the lumber for the and concrete for the enclosed garden that we're building. And I was joking with the guy at Menards about, like, are you gonna come help me unload the concrete, when he was helping me load it? And he was like, you got cold beer? I didn't take him up on it, but that's all it takes. Especially with us Midwesterners up here. But only 109 likes? Yeah, what's up with that? I don't usually ask for those at all. I just let people like when they want to. Not a big one to ask that. Yeah, I can't remember exactly what it is since I'm not familiar with Dutes. They seem like beasts of equipment, though. I think the first decent sized tractor I used on FS22 was the Dutes Far on my Newland series. I could be mistaken. That's almost 3 years ago at this point. 2.5 years ago. The good old boy tax. Which sucks for me because I don't like beer. I knew I was going to do that. Where I'm from, AZ, not really used to people wanting to help. Yeah, no kidding. Well, that was my experience too, being born and raised there. That was one of the refreshing parts about moving out here, was people, like, actually talking to each other in stores and in public. It's a different world than Western United States. Buy a pizza for fried chicken. Yeah, all of the above right there. Well, I know the beer isn't for me, but I don't have beer at home because of that. Crop dusters would be awesome in this game. Being able to just, like, order it, like, go on a tablet and just be like, I need my field crop dusted, and then just, like, come stand outside and wait for it to drive up and show up and do its thing. Drive up, it would fly up. All right, now we're just kind of willy-nilly doing this. Vermont? Is that what VT is? I'm terrible with the abbreviations for states. If you whisper loud enough, you'll have a bunch of dudes in the neighborhood show up. Yeah, and I've seen a whole lot less racism too. It's culture shock from the West. I mean, to be fair, I grew up in the West Valley of Arizona in Phoenix, and I don't remember racism being a thing when I was a kid in the 90s. But maybe I live in a different world. I don't know. Everyone seems to be nicer and respectful. Seems to be the case. I remember driving here the first time, and the farther east we got and north, the friendlier people at gas stations and rest stops were. It was always interesting for me to see that. Oh, we missed a weird spot right there. I'll have to get. Totally wasting product here, but it's all good. And so Southern California, that might have been a little different. Phoenix wasn't, I would say as California, what's the word for that? As California, I can't even say it, Californiaized as it is today. It used to, when I was growing up, I felt like the Phoenix area felt like the world's biggest small town, and it doesn't feel that way anymore. It got too big. I think a lot of are willing to help. I think people don't ask as often in certain areas. That I think it is in our nature to want to help people out. Okay, so we are gonna go commandeer some of that solid or liquid fertilizer. I mean, I feel like I firsthand experienced the major metropolitan area of Phoenix going from super friendly neighbors to people that just kept to themselves if you weren't in their inner circle, if that makes sense. And I don't think it was out of like anything negative or like not wanting to just keep to yourself. I think it's just the nature of turning into a bigger city and the pace of life that comes with it. And I think that's the biggest thing that I always say about living where I live now is the pace of life is different and just way more enjoyable in my opinion. All her family was from, dated a girl, all her family was from Kansas. Everyone out there always willing to help. Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah, and to be fair, like, I don't think I ever was in a pinch where I needed somebody and I wasn't able to find someone to help me when I lived in Arizona. I do know that trips to the grocery store take longer here. I will say that. I feel like that's the bigger thing to me is like, it felt like in Arizona, which I still consider home, and I always will. It felt like it was, you know, you put your head down. Whoops. No, I want it to unfold. You put your head down, you get your shopping done. Where here it's like, you never know who you're gonna run into that wants to chat you up for an hour or half an hour at a time. You literally get stuck in Walmart for 45 extra minutes when you run into someone you know here. It's just kind of cool. Depends on what you're doing. I don't know about the rest of them. I have zero plans on doing anything family RP ever again. Let's make sure this is taking. Which it is. Yeah, that's the thing, Tennessee too. We wave to everyone driving by. I don't have to know. The thing that actually like triggered in me when I knew I was becoming like an actual Youper being up here as long as we have been, we had a family-owned equipment rental company that got bought by a chain. And when I saw the sign go up, I was so mad. I was so mad. Never would have thought anything about that before I moved here. And now I like prefer to spend my money and buy things from the mom and pop shops and not the corporate or the franchises. More tight-knit, helpful community. Yeah, I mean, we just went to a family friend's father has cancer, and they did a benefit for him, and the amount of people that just show up to those here is awesome. You know, you do the raffles with the giveaways, and like every single small town or every single small company, small business in town is donating things for the giveaways and raising money, and they raised a lot of money this weekend for him to pay those medical bills, which was awesome to see. Good community. I know that happens other places. It's just easier to see, I think, in smaller towns where you don't get lost in the number game of the big metropolitan areas. Tim, it's kind of weird to ask that. It's been over 2 years since or close to 2 years since Family RP ended. I don't even know what Nate's up to. I have no idea what type of series or anything that are going on in his world. We get a lot of that here too. Yeah, it is like mind-blowing to me how awesome those things are, and it's just like so much like the original crowdfunding, just the community doing it itself to help each other out. Yeah, it's touching to see it too. It's like, yeah, speechless kind of from me. Like we had a family parents pass away in a car accident a couple years ago, and then there was the high school basketball game that their son was in, and the ovation that he got when he went on the court was just so good. Terrible situation though. When my grandfather passed away, we did a wake. How did we get on this sad, depressing topic, which is positive at the same time? Open the community, and I swear half of the county showed up. That is so cool to see. Here everything kind of revolves around volunteer fire department. I mean, it's kind of, volunteer firefighters are super important where I live too. Super important. We have a station about a mile down the road from us, actually. All right, that should be the last little spot for fertilizer. Oh, that's good. He had a good life. It's still a sad topic to me. I think this is a productive night. Again, a lot of you here. Thank you so much for hanging out. We're going to try to make this a regular thing. I haven't landed yet on if it's going to be Wednesdays or Tuesdays. I think Tuesdays are going to work better for us because, speaking of small towns, we go to a thing in town called Business After Hours that happens. It's like once a month on Wednesdays, but it would throw up throw off any schedule that I would have for this, because I wouldn't be able to do that once a week. And then if I have a night that isn't scheduled, then I would like if I had a night that was a regular schedule, but then something happened that I couldn't do that night, that would cause me to skip more than 1 week. So like missing 1 week would lead to 2 and then 3. So if I find a night that I can lock in, that's what the plan is. I'm just getting ready to wrap up. Yeah, I'm still alive. You doing 24 hours? No, I was debating between 2 and 3, and we're right in the middle right now. We're in 2.5 hours. Brandon, I hate that I was so late to this. Yeah, like I said, I'm hoping to do it more regularly. Let me take a look at something here. I didn't hear anyone complain about the ads, so hopefully that was set up correctly to this time. There wasn't too many. Or maybe there wasn't any. Edit. All right. Well, I was gonna see if there's anyone to raid or whatever we call it on YouTube, but I can't find the option for it again. I go here, I go edit, customization, redirect, search for other channels. Doesn't look like there's anyone that has that configured that I know that is live. So the ads weren't too bad. That's awesome. All right, well, thank you all for hanging out on this live episode of Riverbend Springs. We made some good progress, got most of planting season done. We have a little bit of corn to plant next time, and then we'll probably be able to quickly get to some harvests. And that might be Sunday, it might be next Tuesday, but I will probably schedule it so that the notification's out there as soon as I do know. Amazing. It looks like we had 443 of you. Thank you all for hanging out, and I'll catch you on the next one.